Good morning, good morning, good morning. This sun is bright. This sun is bright, but you know what? I ain't even mad at it. Let the sun shine. I'm excited. I'm excited. I want to share the good news with you. The good news is that the Lord will fight your battles. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, He will. The Lord will fight your battles. I'm sorry. Is there too much sun here? We don't even care. Yeah, because I got a glare. Whatever. Ain't nobody worried about all that. Listen, the Lord will fight your battles. I promise you. The Lord will fight your battles. Woo! Listen, He will fight your battles. All you got to do is show up in the ring. That's it. Just show up. Show up. Show up. Show up. So many of us are scared to show up. All you got to do is just show up. The Lord will fight your battles. This is what He does. This is what He does. This is what He does. Can we just let God be God? I'm serious. Can we just let God be God? We're so busy trying to be God and play His role and do His thing and do what He do. Can we just, for a minute, could we just take a minute and let God be God? I'm just saying. Let's take a minute out of our life and let God be God. Let Him do His thing. God, the Lord will fight your battles. I promise you. I promise you. So, listen, I had a situation, right? And I wasn't going to show up. I was not going to show up. I just didn't want to show up. I didn't feel like showing up. I was drained. I was really drained. I was just like, you know what? I got other stuff to deal with. I don't feel like dealing with. I just didn't want to show up. Oh, and what I tell you, God showed up, showed out, and did His thing, and does what He does. And yo, we pray on stuff, and sometimes we just be praying, just be praying and asking God for stuff, and don't even be believing. You just be praying, just be talking stuff. I should know better. I really should know better. Because at this level in the relationship that I got with God, at this point in my relationship, come on, dude. Come on, really? Because at this level, let me tell you, at this level that me and God, at this level of our relationship, I don't even have to speak stuff, right? I can think stuff, and God does it. I'll be thinking it, and God will answer it. God honors it. He shows up and He does it. And I'll be like, God, I ain't even say it. I didn't even get a chance to say it. And you showed up and you did this thing. It is that deep at this point. So the mere fact that I said something, you know what I mean? When I start to speak it, that's at a whole nother level. So, for me to say it now, and my belief is a little shaky or whatever. Oh, we're not being real. That our stuff is not a little shaky now, even at this. Yeah, come on, let's be real. Let's be real. So even for me, for my stuff to be a little shaky sometimes, even in praying and stuff, I just didn't want to deal with it. Sometimes we get stuff we just don't want to deal with. We just look, Lord, I don't even want to deal with it. So I wasn't gonna show up. Listen, I don't want to deal with it. No, I'm good. I'm good. I got other stuff to deal with. Kids, school, listen, this and that, doctors. I just don't want to deal with it. When I tell you God, He shows up every single time. Yo, and He shows up to the point to where you don't even have to do nothing. Yo, you don't even have to do nothing. All I could hear, is you don't even have to do nothing. You don't even have to say anything. You don't even have to I got I'm fighting this battle so hard for you. I'm fighting this thing so much for you. You don't even gotta say nothing. You don't have to open your mouth and say anything. Yo, it reminded me of a time where I got a ticket, right? For driving with the suspended expired inspection sticker, right? My sticker was expired. And so I got a ticket, and the cop told me, he's like, listen, so if you go online and pay it, you don't have to go to court. So, our people, we don't want to go to court. Anytime, we could avoid going to court, we nah, we're good. We're not going to court. We just go pay this thing. We ain't got to go to court. We're not going to court. by any means necessary. We're not going to court. We just don't go hang out at the courthouse. Like, we're not going to court. So I was going to pay it. Like, I really was. I was going to pay it. Something was like, no, don't pay it. Just show up. I was like, nah, I'm going to just pay it. Because I don't want to go to court. I don't want to go to court and then you got to get up there and, did you do this? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I did it. I had the expired sticker. Da, da, da. So I was like, nah, I'm not. And so then I was like, you know what? I got the sticker now, the right sticker. It wasn't the hookup sticker either. It was like the real legit, the real McCoy. So I was like, yo, so I got the sticker and everything. So I went to court. And the cop ain't even show up, so they dismissed the case and threw it out. I didn't have to pay nothing. Like, they threw the whole case out. Man, imagine me coming out of my pocket, spending my coins on this daggone ticket. It didn't cost me nothing but the inspection that I was supposed to get anyway. When I tell you the Lord be fighting, like, he fights for you. He takes care of things. All you got to do is show up. So I showed up. And he showed me, he like, look, all you have to do is show up. I took the entire fight out of it for you. Like, your opponent is not even here. Your opponent is null and void. Your opponent is... Yo, so how many of y'all are dealing with fights, are like really like dreading a fight right now in your life? How many of you are dreading a fight? Something that you're going through right now. Right now, I'm speaking to you. I'm speaking to you, somebody who's going through something right now, are dreading an altercation, an interaction, or something that you're dealing with right now. You're like, listen, I don't even have to fight. Like, I don't even have it in me to fight. Like, I just don't want to deal with this. Like, I just don't want to deal with that or this person or this situation. I don't even want to deal with it. I promise you, God is taking the fight out of the situation. All you got to do is show up. Yo, the fight ain't even there. Like, yo, you in the ring. Yo, you stepped in the ring and you on vacation. Somebody offering you a cold beverage. You stepped in the ring and the Lord is like, yo, the fight ain't even there. I just wanted you to have enough faith and trust in me to show up. Oh, God. I just wanted you to show up. Show up. Show up. This is our season of show up. Show up. Show up. God is handling every single thing. This is your season of show up. Show up, show up, show up. I don't care what it is. I don't care what it is, how hard it may seem. I'm talking to you. I don't care what it is. I don't care. Listen, the Lord said he's fighting our battles. The Lord said he got this. He got you. The fight is fixed. You already know the outcome. The outcome is victory. Come on. Like, really? Like, who wouldn't take a test if you already knew you was going to pass? What? Who wouldn't go for a house if you already knew you was approved? Who wouldn't go get a house if you already knew that you got it? You got the house already. Like, who wouldn't go get married if you already knew that your marriage was going to prosper? Oh, come on, somebody. That was good right there. Who wouldn't go for to start a new business if you already knew that your business was going to prosper and be successful? Like, who wouldn't go for these things? Like, who wouldn't go out and venture? Who wouldn't step out there on faith if you already knew that you could not fail? All you got to do is show up. Show up. Show up, show up, show up. Because God is fighting on our behalf. Like, yo, he fought this thing before we showed up. All we got to do is show up and claim what's all we got to do is show up and claim what's ours. But we scared to show up and claim what's ours. Show up and get your stuff. Show up and get your stuff. I said show up and get your stuff. You better show up and get you got so much stuff waiting for you. Like, so much, like, I can see it, like, hovering. Like, it's hovering over your head. Like, it's hovering. But you won't show up. We won't show up. We don't want to show up and get our stuff. Listen, show up and get your stuff. We praying for it. We asking God for it, but we won't show up and get it. I challenge you today to show up and get your stuff. You got some stuff you've been waiting on. Some stuff that you've been praying for, asking God for. I challenge you today to show up and get your stuff today. Show up and get your stuff. Please, listen, show up and get your stuff. The favor of God is upon you. Heaven is smiling and working for you. No demon in hell can come against you because you got the entire heaven is fighting for you. Show up and get your stuff. This has been your 10 minutes on the hill. My God, so much is happening on the hill. This has been your 10 minutes on the hill. This is where Jesus dwells. Oh God, Lord, I thank you. Lord, I thank you. I want you to be encouraged and show up and get your stuff. The fight is fixed. The Lord has fought. He's taking the fight out of it for you. All you got to do is show up and get your stuff. Be blessed. Be encouraged. I love you. Show up and get your stuff.